Today I want to have a pizza, a barbecue pizza. Let's order it. Hey, let's chill today. Sit at home, take it easy, and order a barbecue pizza. How about that? Does that sound good to you? So these both statements had one single goal, that this person wants to convince the other person to eat a pizza. But in which statement do you think he has a better chance of convincing the other person? Second statement. So this is what is called the framing effect. The way the statement is framed, it can create a different effect on the person who is listening to that statement. And that could be your audience, that could be your friend, someone in your family, or while doing a business deal. So in today's video, let's understand the framing effect with a few more examples and then see how we can use the correct sentence frames or correct words to have a better effect on the person to whom we are going to speak with. So see this another example. Yogurt example. So in one case, they wrote 20% fat. And then people just thought, oh, 20% fat, I can't have so much of fat. That is no good. Whereas in second one, they wrote 80% fat free. Now, people started seeing it as a positive frame where they see 80% fat free, wow, this is fat free, 80% fat free, let's buy this. Whereas fact wise, both are same. It's just the way it was framed that made people to change their minds in favor of 80% fat free. Whereas less people bought when the same yogurt box had 20% fat written on it. Now let's see this another example. This one we have covered in one of our previous videos as well. So this website had this form. They thought, okay, let's improve our conversions. Let's make more people sign up. So they wrote this statement, privacy, we will never spam you. Now this is a positive statement. They thought it's a positive statement, but it had a very big negative word in it, spam. So even though statement intention was positive, but now you have given a negative word for people to think who are going to sign up. They're saying, oh, spam, this can also happen. So almost 1/5 of people now started having a second opinion in their minds about should they sign up to this website or not. So the conversions actually dropped. Now see this example. Politicians are usually very good at framing their sentences. So in one case, maybe a new politician who doesn't know how to spin the right words, he says, we reduced the carbon emissions by 4.6%. Whereas the second politician, an experienced politician, uses the same information and spins the web of framing around it, and he says, because of our hard work, because of our strategies, we reduced the carbon emission by almost 5%. This looks very powerful statement. A lot of work was done by this government, so more people went after that politician. But end of the day, both were saying the same thing. It's just the way they were saying what they were saying. Now, how you can use the same thing in your day-to-day life. You would have often seen that when you talk to someone, a lot of times it happens, you say, oh, I am trying to explain you something, why don't you understand? The reason is because other person like you, whatever their lifespan they have spent, 20, 30, 40, 50 years, whatever their age is in this life, they have seen a lot of things, they have experienced a lot of things, and that those things might be very different than what you have experienced. They have created their ideologies, their thinking, the process they analyze the information. That is very different than yours. So you cannot expect that in 2, 4, 5 minutes, you can change their viewpoint. Therefore, what you have to do is 3 important things. 1, use simple words, use their language. Now, what is simple words and their language? Let's say if you're talking to a surgeon, a doctor, versus if you're talking to a manufacturing company person. Now we deal with both of these types of people in our day-to-day work life. So when we talk to surgeons, we use their language, for example, second opinion, consultation, patience. Whereas when we talk to manufacturing company, we use their language, which is downtime, RFP, estimates, etc., etc. Now imagine if we go to this manufacturing company and start using words like second opinion. They will say, second opinion? What type of second opinion? So even though we knew that word, but that doesn't mean we keep on using it everywhere. So you have to figure out what is the correct word while talking to other person, the words which they use in their day-to-day life, and that will make it easier for them to understand. Second point, positive frame. Try to create positive frames. I actually have a very good example on this. We have a surgeon clients and they do elective surgeries. What is elective surgery? A surgery which is not essential that you have to get that surgery done. It's your choice. Example, a lot of people get their LASIK surgery done so that they don't need to wear eyeglasses, or a lot of people go for weight loss surgery. So these are elective surgeries. So a patient goes to this doctor 1 and doctor 2. So to the first doctor, he asks what is the recovery time? So doctor answers, you will go home in 1 day, but you have to take all the precautions for up to 4 weeks. You cannot do any heavy lifting for 4 weeks. You cannot travel out of the city, because what if there is some kind of an emergency? At least if you stay in the city, if there is an emergency, you can always call us. So recovery time is 4 weeks. When the same question is asked from the second doctor answers, oh, you will go home on same day, and then you can start doing small little work. It's just that avoid some heavy lifting for 3-4 weeks. Thereafter, your life is good to go. So recovery time is as short as 3-4 weeks. And even in these 3-4 weeks, you can keep doing whatever small little stuff you want to do, but just be careful. Don't travel outside the city. That if you ever feel uneasiness or something comes up, you think you want to see a doctor, at least if you're in a city, you can always call us. And thereafter, everything is good to go. So same statement, same facts, but different way of telling it, different way of framing a sentence. It has a different effect. Now, unless you want to scare the person, you can always use frame 1. But if you want to give the information to the patient but still don't scare them, then the second framing is a better option. Therefore, the first one was simple words, second one, positive framing, and the last one, give content so that you can make other person's story even better. So what does that mean? So as we discussed, that everyone, we have our ideologies, thinking, our process. So we have our own stories. Now you cannot ask me to change my story. You can only fit into my story. You can only fit into my life. So when doctor said 4 weeks of recovery time, the patient started thinking about his story of life for next 4 weeks. That person might be doing gardening, or he might be doing running or walking. He might be working or running some business or doing something in his or her day-to-day life. So that person starts thinking, okay, for 4 weeks, this is what I won't be able to do. I won't be able to run, but I can walk and stuff like that. So when the second doctor gave the positive, the doctor who gave who used the words which were much positive and were lighter, the person actually had slightly better story about his life for next 4 weeks. Whereas in the first doctor's case, his stories was getting much worse. So therefore, use simple words, positive words, and help people create better stories. Help people make their own stories much better, and your words will have much more effect on other person. Try using this, and that's it for today's video. See you next time with another video with another interesting topic. Bye till now. Bye till then. Thank you.